Hey guys, day 3. It was really cold last night. My feet were freezing, man. I'm so glad that I had these. I brought a lot of warm socks. I even had these Carhartt cold weather socks still in the bag. I put those on my feet. I was still cold. My feet were still cold. So I pulled out the Mr. Buddy heater, and within 10 minutes, it was already a 10-degree difference. And then at one point later in the night, it was a 20-degree spread between the outside temperature and inside. Maybe that's because of the insulation, or maybe because I just had the Mr. Buddy heater on. But when I have the heater on, I have to turn on the fan because I have to get some ventilation in here. That fan is so freaking squeaky. I don't know what I can do. Maybe I can oil it or something. I contacted the manufacturer, Max Air Fan, and they told me that I'd probably have to send the unit back to them, which is a real pain in the ass because I got a big hole in my van now in the roof. All in all, I really didn't sleep that well last night. I was up at like 4 in the morning. I was texting my brother, luckily, because he was up, because he was in another country. He's in France, and I think it was like 10 a.m. there, and he was sending me pictures of, I got to see the Eiffel Tower, and a Big Mac. I think it was like a chicken Big Mac, or I don't know what it was, but there's a picture of it. So it was nearing 6 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. I decided, let me just get an early start. So got everything situated. As I was starting the truck, I saw that the front window had a lot of snow on it and turned into ice. I looked to my right and I attracted another van dweller. So it was about 6 a.m. and I was driving South Lake Tahoe, and I decided, hey, I'm in a beautiful spot and the sun is about to rise. So I pulled out my this app, my weather app that I really like. I think it's called Weather Underground on Android. It's free, and it tells you the sunrise and sunset for each day. And it was within half an hour. So I was driving in the dark, and to the left I saw a beach entrance. So I went down this like really scary road at night. It was really dark, and it's a windy road. But I made my way down to the beach. The app is awesome. The sun came up just when it said it was, and I did a little montage, I guess, or what would you call this? A time lapse of the sunrise. I don't think it turned out that well, but here it is. And nobody was there this morning at the beach. I did a little looking around and I found a spigot for a hose so I could get water because I really wanted to take a shower, right? I've been wanting to since this trip started. So I got my brand new 8-gallon container with wheels and a handle, filled it up with the spigot on the side of the wall, and it was shooting upwards in an arc. So it was spraying everywhere. I think like only a quarter of what I had coming out of the faucet actually made it into the container. I really want to get one of those water bandits by Camco. It's a little rubber gasket you can put on any faucet and then hook that up to your own hose. About 20 minutes went by and then I dragged it with the wheels up to the truck. There was a great little spot that I could have backed into that would have been peaceful. Nobody was there for like the entire hour that I was there. And I probably could have got away with it. But I'm really glad that I didn't, because as I was pulling out, there was the ranger coming down the hill. So that would have been kind of embarrassing or suspicious, This van parked in the corner with all this water trickling out, creating a big stream of mud. So I decided just to drive onward to Carson City. It was kind of a little scary because the roads were just freshly snowed on. There wasn't much snow, but, I was worried about black ice and the fact that there's these steep downgrades and my brakes just kind of wobble. I don't know what it is. I think the drums need to be resurfaced. I ended up just driving right through Carson City. There's a lot of mean-looking police there, and I think it's one of those cities that makes a revenue off just stopping people. And so I drove north, and within like 10 minutes, I saw this great place to pull off the side of the road, and I went down this like dirt road, and then I was able to like back into it. It's pretty far away from the freeway. I took my first shower. It was freaking glorious, man. And that was at a lake called Washoe Lake, which sounds kind of ironic, like wash yourself lake. I'm telling you, it felt so good. I was so reinvigorated after the shower. I was so comfortable that I ended up watching some YouTube. I had a good internet signal, watched a couple YouTube videos, and then fell asleep for about an hour and a half. So I drove up into Reno. I've already been here before. I'm not really a gambler, so it wasn't that exciting. But the one thing I didn't check out was the river walk. Yeah, I walked the Truckee, I think it's called, river walk, which was really nice. There was some like a little Chinatown to the side. I got to see some ducks swimming upstream. It was kind of cute how they like walked up the boulder. And I just kept walking, and I think I just walked too far because the scenery changed instantly. There was all these bums, and you could tell that they had a lot, like really hard drug problems. They're kind of mean mugging me. Like, hey, hey man, how's your day going? But kind of tough, you know? And that was right behind the police department. So about that point, I decided, let me get off this trail, start heading back. On the way back, I saw this bowling museum. Went in there, not a soul, not one person was in there. Not even like a receptionist or anything. But I got to see a big bowling ball. I got to see how bowling balls are and pins, bowling pins are made. And that was done. I thought, I don't really gamble. What should I do? I know one thing I do like. It's buffets. So the last time I was here, I went to Silver Creek Casino. Unanimously, everyone says that that's the one to go to. Last time it was good. So I went there, but I was really bummed to find out that it was closed on Monday. So I went to a little donut shop and bought a $1.50 donut. And the girl there told me that it's closed, but the connecting casino, El Dorado, has a buffet themselves. So I went over there and I stuffed myself. I read on Reddit 10 tips for eating at buffets, and there seems to be some conflicting information. Do you want to eat as fast as you can? The theory being that it takes 20 minutes before the signal goes up to your brain, your stomach to your brain to tell you that you're full? Or do you want to just take your time and eat slow? Don't get all excited. I think the latter was better. Just enjoy the meal. Focus on the proteins, but don't forget the greens. Use small plates. That way you can do one walk around and just get a little taste of everything. And then on the second plate, focus on what you liked. So like I said, gambling is just not for me. I do like the big pretty lights and everything, but you know, I seem to be on the gambling circuit here. South Lake Tahoe and now Reno, Las Vegas next. I don't know, man. Ultimately, I want to make it to Yellowstone. I'm looking at the forecast next week. It's going to snow in the next couple of days, like 3 inches. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might try to kill some time going somewhere, but stay tuned and you'll see where I go.